Yeah, welcome to this video playing a 15-minute game against some scary opponent, the River Monster. It's playing e4. Let's play the Sicilian and see what line he opts for. I'm not positive what open Sicilian I would go for if he plays knight f3, but this is obsolete already. He's going for c3. Maybe I can irritate him with g6. The idea being after a capture to play d5. Alright, bishop g7, and after d4 I'm going to take and play d5. If he takes now, I play knight f6 and try to get the pawn back. This is typical structure for Karakan-Panov actually, but okay, it didn't happen. So here, bishop g4. Yeah, I guess trying to get rid of the notoriously problematic bishop on c8. So just capture. Yeah, come on, let's get rid of this piece. And it's not clear that the queen is so great on f3. I assume that he's going to take with the queen. G takes is a very questionable structure. Sometimes you have dynamic ideas, but probably not here. Okay, now my idea is just knight c6, knight e7, knight f5, and win the d4 pawn. In an ideal world, I'll win this.
Check.
Yeah, here the question is. Yeah, the question is, should I play knight c6? No, it's not bad. The things he can take, yeah, and this pawn on the c-file might be an issue. Maybe just play here. It's not a problem. I can play a6, get rid of the pin, and play knight e7, c6. It's not as good a setup as I described before, but it's not a bad one. If I play knight e7, he has bishop g5. A bit irritating. Yeah. But anyway, what else? Cannot really play without knight e7. Okay, what should white do? Probably just bishop d3. Bishop a4, I don't really see a point. And yeah, you certainly don't want to give up your bishop. This would surprise me if this was any good. Bishop maybe you can maybe take and play a move like b3, bishop a3. Okay, so knight e7. Yeah, he can play bishop g5, irritating, but what else? I mean, I need to get this knight out of g8 and prepare castles. Okay, he doesn't really think about that too much. Okay, knight here, and then let's see, probably just castles. And the question is, should I play f6 at some point? f6, trying to get to the d4 pawn, like castles, f6 takes, queen takes, and everything points to d4. No, maybe Another idea is to take and play d4. I mean, knight d takes e5, takes d4, setting up a pin. This could be a good idea, but I certainly need to castle for that. So first I castled. Yeah, if it was my move, then actually knight d takes e5 and d4 would be a very valid idea. Probably very valid is it's just good, yeah, just a good move. Knight d takes e5. Let's say if he plays a nothing move. Yeah, this is not a nothing move. And a good one, good move, probably. So yeah, let's just improve here a bit, not spend ages on the clock. After takes, now takes d4, he would have been able to move the bishop and then set up a pin on the d file. So rook d1 was defending against this sacrifice. Rook c8 is just a general improvement move. And it also allows after knight a4 to play b5. Aha, queen h3. Yeah, he's playing some interesting moves actually. Just for instance, let's say I play queen b6 here, no? Just for example. Then he's got knight d5. ed queen d7. This queen on h3 is setting up some sort of x-ray on the knight, and it maybe prepares bishop h6 at some point. It also, after f5, has a looks at the 6 pawn. Yeah, this is an interesting move. Queen h3. Anyway, yeah, let's go here. Knight b4, knight c4. It's still it's just a kind of a French structure where you often use your knights to try to provoke weaknesses here. The only thing really differing from French is that I have this bishop on g7 and g6 plate, but even that sometimes happens in the French. It shores up the king side. Ah, maybe queen h3 also intended f4 and g4. Aha. Yeah. Why not actually? Yeah, possible. Yeah, knight b4, knight c4 is my idea. Let's see what he's coming up with. Moves like f4, g4, they are possible, but the knights are really quick here with getting counter threats on the queen side. Queen h3 was interesting, but the offside, the downside of this move is of course that the queen is very far away from the queen side. Let's say queen e2 as an alternative move would be just nearer and nearer the queen side. Okay, so knight c4, yeah. Yeah, knight c4, that's good. Attacking the pawn on b2 and intending to, at the right moment, take on e3. I know, this is not a great bishop, but sometimes taking it is a good idea anyway, as you get play on the dark squares. Especially, oh, he's giving away b2, surprisingly. Yeah, he doesn't really have any attack here, I think. Okay, let's take b2. No need to think about this too long. It's getting this pawn, destroying the queenside structure, and he doesn't really have a great reply. I mean, rook d2 runs right into knight c4 back. And yeah, rook e1, I don't know, looks pretty pointless. Yeah, I think he needed to play some sort of defensive move. Not 100% sure what move exactly, but all right. So maybe rook d3, knight b4. It's really difficult to set up any concrete threats here for black, for white. I mean for white to get anything against my king. It's difficult. Okay, what now? Queen b6. Yeah, or b5, just b5. I also wonder about f5. Let's say f5. He takes, queen takes. I'm attacking d4 and f2. Yeah, come on. I like that. It's immediately getting at the d4 pawn as well. And if he doesn't take, he must take. If he doesn't take, I just closed up the king side completely, and he's got absolutely no play then. If he plays a slow move, I just play b5, queen b6, and so on. Now he needs to take. Queen takes was my idea. Oh wait, is there some better move? No, don't think so. Yeah, and now d4 is attacked. f2 is attacked. Yeah, okay, e6 is a weakness, but I can easily cover it with rook e8. And I got concrete play here, d4 and f2. Yeah, here it's actually a question. I could consider to take f2, but I don't want to. Just go here and keep this threats in the position on d4 and f2. Hard to defend. Yeah, I think I can just take d4 next move. He doesn't really have a great defense move for f2 as well. Queen g3 maybe. And then I can take d4. Yeah, those pieces on c3 and b1 don't really help much.
White resigns.
Yeah, a bit early. I mean, it's lost, but usually there's some more fight in those lost positions. But I'm also 5 minutes up on the clock. It's difficult to even play a move, because also these pieces on d4 and c4 are so dominating. For some reason I cannot, and now I can take. Those pieces are so dominating. I think he needs to really play some defensive move here before, exactly in this position. He needs to improve. Here I think it should be at best equal for black. Maybe even b3, just covering the sensitive square. Knight c4 is really a move that you need to attend to. And here, yeah, okay, you weaken those, but still probably the way to go. I can play a strengthening move or try to be more concrete, but this looks good. Yeah, connecting rooks. Maybe I get this in, knight here. I think it's about equal. The computer here is giving white a slight advantage, 0.4. Maybe due to the bishops, I don't know. But black is very, very solid. I mean, if you look at this, it's a perfect structure with all on white squares and the dark squared bishop, so very healthy, and you only have this space disadvantage in the center. Okay, this is a big issue, but it's a very very solid position to have. It's entirely different if white if there would be a knight still on the board and a bishop on d7, for example. So this is very healthy for black, and probably not much more than a symbolic advantage. But okay, he needed to really attend to this knight c4 idea. After knight c4 here, it gets tricky to not even lose material. If he plays b3, I can take, and yeah, this is quite comfortable already. For example, after queen takes, I can again consider this move, and just have a look at this kind of structure. Remember when I said that taking the bishop on e3 can be a good idea? This is one of those cases, because have a look, the dark squares get very, very exposed. This is of course an extreme case. Here black is just winning even. Bishop h6 is so powerful. So after this he needs to take here, but also not great. Yeah, he needs to play b3 really. I wasn't so aware of that during the game, actually, that this is basically the only move. Okay, what he played was maybe still not losing or something, but how do you protect this now? Probably here, very ugly move, but it's keeping things together. After this, it's basically losing. It's not just the pawn. The problem is that this pawn on b2 is the anchor for the knight on c3. You lose the whole queen side, or the whole queen side structure gets blown to pieces. All right, thanks for watching.